बग चैनल की मैं होस्ट हूँ। मेरा नाम है सोनिका चोपड़ा, लेकिन मुझे यहाँ पे लाया कौन, और बग चैनल का बग यानी कि कीड़ा इनके दिमाग में आया कैसे? चलिए मिलते हैं एक बहुत ही सुंदर एंड क्लियरली बहुत ही स्मार्ट लेडी से। प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
Hi, this is Hetal Rrawal. I'm the co-founder for TryAngles. I've been a media professional and I've been in the stream of strategy and HR since a very long time. So TryAngles happened really well for us.
लगता तो नहीं है कि बहुत वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम से आप कर रही हैं, बिकॉज यू लुक सो यंग।
No, TryAngles actually is in their 18th year. We're going to enter the 19th year. So it's
Excellent.
been beautiful amount of 2 decades.
Right.
We've produced almost 1,500 films, ad films, and almost 3 feature films.
Wow.
Short stories, short films.
वाओ।
म्यूजिक वीडियोस।
तो ट्रायंगल्स का बग यानी कि कीड़ा वो कब से शुरू हुआ और कैसे शुरू हुआ?
So this was, I think, 2005. My another co-founder, Mr. Saugat Bhattacharya, had just very lately, finished his advertising and XIC, his graduation from there. And then he thought, okay, let's come up with a business like this. And the first thing that we thought was, let's try stuff with different angles.
Right.
So that's how TryAngles happened.
TryAngles.
And there was no looking back. There was no looking back since then.
So did you try a lot of angles before you got into
Very much.
this?
With a lot of celebrities, with a lot of brands. There are many brands which have grown with us over the period. And the kind of content that we've published for them on social media, on their websites, it's been commendable. I mean, they've really enjoyed the way we do the storytelling for them.
Excellent. और जिस तरह आप बात करती हैं, मुझे दिख रहा है कि आपने ये जर्नी बहुत एंजॉय की है।
Definitely.
और ये जर्नी आपको बग तक कैसे लाई, बग का कीड़ा कैसे शुरू हुआ, ये बताइए।
All right. So we are in our second decade.
Yeah.
And we thought that since we've done so many films together, we thought that there was one area which is a niche segment of industries, and we felt that maybe MSMEs right now, because of the growth that India is doing, they are the real heroes.
Absolutely.
And we've kind of not captured them that well.
Correct.
And it's a great time right now to establish them, to bring them on the platform. And if you see right now, there are not much organized platforms.
Correct.
So we said, chalo, storytelling bhi karte hain.
Correct.
Young entrepreneurs to mid entrepreneurs to, huge companies,
Yeah.
they require this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So then
I
we came
believe,
up with
yeah,
this.
I believe a lot in the business buzz
Yes.
that's going on in our country. And
Sure.
I have a solid conviction that in 5 years, we as a nation, as an economic hub, we will be a force to reckon with.
Absolutely.
I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it, when I walk down a street. I can feel it in the markets. I'm a host and an anchor for events. The number of events that are happening is huge. And events तभी होते हैं जब कोई celebration करने की ज़रूरत हो,
And
right?
if you see the youth,
Yeah.
the magnitude is the highest in India.
Correct.
If you see
Correct.
globally, our
Correct.
engineers, our scientists, our people technicians, our
Yeah.
artists, everybody is dominating every
We are
single
way
space.
above average,
Whether you
yeah.
call it management, whether you call
Yeah.
it production, whether you call it all the spheres, there are Indians everywhere.
Correct.
So हमारी धरती में जिसको बोला जाता है, I mean our ancestors used to say, my entire family line used to say, सोने की चिड़िया.
हाँ.
किधर है वो सोने की चिड़िया? So Saugat and I, Saugat Bhattacharya, who
Yes.
happens to be my co-founder and the pioneer of TryAngles,
Right.
we decided that let's create bug.
Right.
You know very well.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
Bharat, Udyog, Gaurav.
आपने जब मुझे कॉन्सेप्ट बताया था,
हाँ.
मैं इतनी एक्साइटेड हो गई थी. I remember we had a 2-hour meeting without a break. हम इतने मजे से आइडियाज के बारे में सोच रहे थे.
Yeah, it
तो-
was very fluid. It was very fluid.
Yeah. So how do you think? मतलब I want to ask you about this word Gaurav. आपको कैसे लगता है कि let's say 3 years, 5 years from now, how do you think bug will be the pride of India, or it could contribute towards the pride of India?
So currently what is happening is, since I already told you that youth is one segment which is
Right.
growing,
Right.
they don't require the fire in them.
Right.
They are always ready
Correct.
to inspire people, to give a lot of inspiration to others.
Yeah.
And this fire in the belly is something where they are very eager to establish themselves. सो एक बहुत ही क्लियरली उनके जनरेशन्स में उन लोगों ने देख लिया है, मम्मी डैडी इंजीनियर बने हैं, साइंटिस्ट बने हैं, डॉक्टर्स बने हैं, लेट अस बिकम एंटरप्रेन्योर. स्टार्टअप कल्चर, it started with India,
Yeah.
and India is really they're producing entrepreneurs like anything.
Right. So connected to this, I want to ask you, मतलब जो youth है, youth के लिए somebody like you is experienced, आपके पास बिजनेस का एक्सपीरियंस है, आप सारे उतार चढ़ाव देख चुके हैं, आपका उनके लिए बग एडवाइस क्या होगी?
So for the youth is very simple. Believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Ensure that you have values of grit and perseverance. Because if that's there, I think you will nail it. You will be behind your storytelling, you'll be behind growing yourself. You will find out ways and paths to actually establish and create your dreams come true.
yeah.
So for
पर कई
youth,
बार
it's very
यूथ के
simple.
लिए ना सपोर्ट नहीं होता है, कभी फैमिली नहीं बिलीव करती है,
हाँ.
कभी टीचर के बच्चे हैं, डॉक्टर्स के बच्चे हैं, एंड पेरेंट्स नहीं समझते कि ये बिजनेस का इसके अंदर कीड़ा कैसे आया
हाँ,
और इसको
हाँ.
किस तरह डिस्ट्रैक्ट करें फ्रॉम दिस आइडिया. तो उस हालत में आप क्या बोलोगे किसी यंगस्टर को?
इंफॉर्मेशन का एडवांटेज अगर किसी ने लिया है तो यूथ ने लिया है.
Correct.
द एक्सेस दैट दे हैव with the mobile, with the
Right.
internet, they are so good in their knowledge building.
Yeah,
They're so good in their research.
correct.
And this time the youth, at least not the millennials, but the Gen Zs and the
Yes.
Gen X and the Gen
Yes.
Y, they're very clear to communicate themselves. So yes, there is an apprehension from their parents
हाँ.
कि कैसे कर लोगे, there's a
हाँ.
qualification before that. But I think they have surpassed the, skills.
Yeah.
They've gone in their research, they've identified.
Yeah.
I am seeing, so I'll just explain you a case of LinkedIn. There is a lady, there's a girl who's 14 years old. Her name
14.
is Samaira. Samaira, she's on LinkedIn. She's an Indian, she's an HNI. And she just identified कि coding करना है और उसमें से I will teach coding via gamification. She has become an entrepreneur
At 14.
14. She goes to UNESCO, she goes to India, she goes to all different summits, and she's explaining people that my colleagues are there, my teens are there, they're watching Hannah Montana, they're watching other kind of stuff. I am here inspiring other kids कि अगर coding करना है तो चलो games करते हैं. So she's actually a manufacturer into games. There
Wow.
are actually how do I call it, the crosswords and all those games are there.
Yeah.
The structures and all.
Right.
With the help of those structures and elements, she has actually created coding as a platform. Now kids who are in their 13 to 14 can just buy a small game and they can learn it.
और ये
This
कितने
is
बच्चों
what
को
our youth is
इंस्पायर कर रही
doing.
होगी?
This is what our youth is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
spokesperson with so many platforms.
Wow. So I'm
अब
feeling
गौरव
inspired.
शायद इसको बोलेंगे.
I'm
Right?
feeling inspired, yeah. नहीं
So
तो
that's
okay,
how.
so let me ask you this question. जैसे आपने बग का आइडिया सोचा, ठीक है? You have 18 years of working experience, so ऊपर नीचे आप you have seen all of it. But कभी भी आप नया आइडिया सोचते हो तो उसके प्लसेस तो होते हैं लेकिन चैलेंजेस भी होते हैं, स्पेशली जब आप स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करें, स्पेशली आपका आइडिया, आपका बेबी है, तो देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ बग चैलेंजेस. सो व्हाट इज योर बग हैक और बग सीक्रेट टू गेट ओवर चैलेंजेस? कभी पैसा नहीं होता है, कभी लोग नहीं मिलते हैं, कभी इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं मिलती है, कभी थिंग्स डोंट गो अकॉर्डिंग टू प्लान.
Right.
सो व्हाट कीप्स यू गोइंग?
I personally believe that you should give a lot of time to strategy.
हाँ,
And you should get the concept very clear.
करेक्ट.
Even if you do it after a couple of months, go ahead. Get
तो
your
मतलब
study
spend time.
done.
Spend time in
do your
actually
research,
thinking
get
of-
your strategy in place.
Correct.
Get a complete foundation of what concept is.
R&D
Idea
पे
हर
पैसा-
कोई लेके
पैसा और
आएगा.
time लगाना
Yeah,
चाहिए.
idea
Yes.
हर कोई लेके आएगा.
Right.
But to see whether there is a need and a gap for it,
Correct.
and you are following that,
A need and a
you
gap for
are
it, that's very
solving
important,
the
yes.
problem.
Yeah.
Then you have full scope of doing your work very well.
Wow.
Whether it could be an idea, whether it could be a concept.
मतलब आइडिया आया तो घुस मत जाओ, पहले रिसर्च
Yes.
करो. हाँ.
See whether it's solving a particular problem.
Right.
We are Indians who are bundles of energy.
Correct.
Very diverse culture.
Correct.
Too many. I mean, every single kilometer has a different language altogether.
Yes.
Now you put different types of education, your generations
Culture.
of religion and culture
Culture.
differences and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. इतना ज़्यादा मसाला है. अगर आप उसमें एजुकेशन लाते हो, रिसर्च लाते हो, आई एम श्योर आपके आइडिया को यू वुड गिव अ मीनिंगफुल डायमेंशन टू इट.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'll come to some level. And definitely for research and all, I would personally believe have a mentor on board.
Ah,
This really helps.
that's
Have somebody to guide you from what field you are coming from.
right.
That also works really
तो
well.
आपके कौन मेंटर हैं? आपको तो मेंटर की जरूरत नहीं होगी. बग को
Everybody needs
बग
a
के मेंटर
mentor.
तो आप ही हैं.
So my mentor and my go-to person is definitely my co-founder Sagar.
Right.
Apart from that,
Right.
I do have some people whom I follow. From leadership point of view, I follow a lot of Robin Sharma. Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
So he actually, there's just one
What's
thing.
tell us, what's your favorite thing from Robin Sharma? What have you learned?
So never live or lead a life which is average in nature. Don't be a mediocre.
Nice.
That doesn't mean you need to have a very good lifestyle.
Yeah.
That simply means that go towards the higher dimension.
Yeah.
Go towards meaningful, purposeful work that you could do and never remain normal. Just be
Wow.
exquisite. Be a
Wow.
bug, be a kida.
आपका
behind it.
आपकी लाइफ का क्या बग है, क्या पर्पस है?
So we actually TryAngles together as a family follows a culture or follows an ideology which we call as CAL, C-A-L, which is change a life.
Wow.
So any story that we tell, whether it is on any of the digital platforms or in a TV commercial or any short film that we create, we ensure that the characterizations are so beautifully done that it would change somebody who's watching at the other end. व्यूअर को एंटरटेनमेंट के अलावा कुछ ऐसा भी मिलना चाहिए कि यू हैव अ पैकेज टू टेक इट होम, समथिंग टू मेक यू थिंक.
It's more than
Yes.
just commerce.
Yes,
It's
which is
more
why
than just commerce.
even with MSMEs right now and with B.U.G we are doing the same.
एक एग्जाम्पल दीजिए. How do you think your philosophy of CAL change a life? वो कैसे आपने execute किया?
So very simple. In this exhibition itself, we met somebody who's a biochemistry guy.
Okay.
Who's been having, he's a beekeeper, has almost 450 beehives, 5,000 plus bees with him. The kind of information that he has gathered, the kind of space that he's part of, he has so intelligently, because we are a agriculture capital. If you see,
Correct.
our businesses are mostly, our agriculture is almost 65%,
Yes,
which is contributing. So there are farmers, और खेत पंजाब में भी है, महाराष्ट्र में भी है, सब जगह पे हो रहा है प्लांटेशन, मुन्नार में भी हो रहा है. The honey is coming in different varieties. And the way he has gone about and explained it in all different regions, you would realize that when one single person thinks that what you're doing for honeybee as a culture and how you're doing it, imagine we project it other places, there will be so many biochemistry people who would feel that I could take up a stream, इसमें मैं बिजनेस भी करूँगा, entrepreneur भी बनूँगा और इंडिया में natural honey produce करूँगा.
Wow.
When we covered the story, we actually got to know where he especially mentioned all the honey that is rejected in India is exported in US and people are actually using it. So crystallization of honey doesn't mean your honey is bad.
Wow.
It is still authentic, it is still edible, you can still use it and you can still have it. This is something that US and Americans are doing it because of knowledge. So this platform also becomes a knowledge giver.
Yeah. Excellent.
Which is why, aren't we changing lives?
I know. These are bug
So,
stories that
this
are
is
so.
what, we're changing lives.
These are big bug stories.
Yes,
These
very
are
much.
really big
Very much.
bug stories for the country. You know, it can probably change the industry of honey.
अभी ये एक स्ट्रीम की बात मैंने आपसे कही.
Right.
Now imagine there are so many sectors.
So many.
We are talking about manufacturing, we are talking about services, we are talking about within manufacturing itself, we've got so many streams. We are talking about chemicals, we could talk about various equipment manufacturers, ancillary, automobiles, this, that. We are everywhere.
So what's the big bug dream? क्या हमें
us?
हाँ, the bug dream. Bug का dream क्या है?
I think we
हमें
want to
कहाँ
take the
पहुँचना है?
legacy to such an extent that we are changing lives and it percolates in such a manner that future generations are immune with that value system. That
Yeah.
when we are born, we have a purpose.
Correct.
We would do things which are right.
स्कूल के
for our
बच्चों को भी
people.
समझ आए कि हमें
Yeah,
entrepreneurs
you see
बनना
the
है.
education right now.
Yeah.
It's just math, science, and beyond that, there's nothing much.
Nothing.
Now, today, when I just gave you some while back, a
Yeah.
teenager doing such kind of beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my
Now,
God.
when we have content which is running about MSMEs and information regarding various industries and sectors,
Yeah.
and how you could grow and how entrepreneurs have done the startup, I'm sure we are educating them to that level.
Yeah.
So Bug has very many dimensions, not only storytelling. We have Did You Know segment. We have many further segments. For that, I would definitely believe go to our site, go to our Instagram, and go through our
Acha,
content.
before we wind up, let's have one bug. Did you know fact from you?
Okay. So, in the Did You Know fact, the women entrepreneurs have a lot of leeway in terms of having various segments where they could get investments from the government itself.
Right.
And for that, they will have to go through our website.
राइट
Yes.
तो बग की जो वेबसाइट है वहाँ पे इंफॉर्मेशन दी जा रही है कि कौन से स्कीम्स हैं गवर्नमेंट के जो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स एमएसएमई ओनर्स के लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल हो सकते हैं राइट एम आई राइट
Absolutely,
ओके सो
yes.
एक्चुअली बग हैज़ अ वेरी बिग पर्पस
True.
you're conveying
Totally.
important information to MSME owners. Wow, that makes you a hero. And just to celebrate the hero part of you, I'm going to put a bug badge on you. मैं bug badge लगा रही हूँ bug के owner पे. Come.